So potentially we might have had a change due to the high demand of the England-Scotland game, because it is such a key game in the context of the competition, with England already qualifying for the World Cup and Scotland really, they're already down to 2 in this. There might have been another hit, but no. In the context of the World Cup qualification for Scotland, if they don't win this, then they're out. How are we feeling?
Yeah, it's an exciting game here. It really could go either way. As you said there, Louis, it has already gone to England taking the lead at the minute. However, Scotland have already proved they can bring that down.
Joined by Kelly in here, and it's, oh, here we go. It's just started with such an intensity and such, well, it's furious. It's a rapid-paced start. Scotland down to 2 already.
But 2 very big players from the dodgeball community left on court for Scotland at the minute, so we could see a turnaround here. Very much a countering position there. Dan Ryan is running up and he's going to hope for a hit. Simon Jones out the way though.
Dan Ryan did very well, just to block 2 balls, just in the blink of an eye. It's just hanging on there, just defending the corners. England having a little chat, coming up with their tactics. Look like they're coming down to the right-hand side. Was that a hit?
It was a hit. So Dan Ryan now. However, it was 1 apiece. Great thing about 5-ball dodgeball. And I don't think he'll mind having the majority of balls here. 1-on-1. Oh, yeah. Dan Ryan not happy with that decision. They're saying he hit the England player. However, the hit was on both. Okay, so we're back over to the Northern Ireland Czech Republic game here.
So we're back with Northern Ireland. We have obviously calls. We have people joining online for a little bit of both. People want to watch Northern Ireland game. People want to watch the England-Scotland game as well. So we'll do our best to sort of with what we're given.
That's right. We'll try and keep you updated on both through the visuals and audio commentary. We'll try hard.
Northern Ireland have started pretty well here. Remember, for the Northern Irish, this is huge because it's a very, very nice draw due to their win against Scotland in the group stage. They win this, England win the other quarter-final, then they're into the the World Cup next year. That's
but the Czechs, they're just turning that round with 3 hits in 1 volley.
Check that out.
Sean Douglas now will be looking for a catch. And Sean Douglas will hit. Czech Republic take the first game. And we're back to the England side, you see, in the second game here. And again, Scotland down to 2 players, but they brought it back last time.
Oh, that's phenomenal stuff. That's great.
Brilliant there from Scotty Whitelaw. And a really key player out, Brett Koenig, off the court for England.
Another hit from Scotty as well.
And a third.
Oh, and another block. No way. Has he taken it into his own hands here, Scotty? Phenomenal stuff. One-on-one. Absolute jewel. No way, Scotty. Don't do that, Scotty. Don't do that, Scotty. That's huge.
Referee's lining up. She's saying hit. She's saying he's out. That's another game to Scotland there. 2-all here.
Scotty Whitelaw not only makes the competition happen here in Scotland, he also makes plays on the dodgeball court. That was phenomenal. 3 in a row, hat-trick.
Yeah, he started off that game, started 5-on-2 when we returned to it here on the live stream. And they've just won that. That is incredible.
Take a bow, Scotty. That was legit. 2-2. That was, in the context of the game, we know it's early on, it's 5 minutes through, but Scotland would not want to go 4-0 down in this game. That's massive. They're 1 hit away from being 4-0 down at a key stage, and Scotty's just...
He's turned that round there. No, they don't want the point difference to become too significant, or bringing it back at any point in the game just is hard for any calibre of player.
And for anybody watching, like, England are the dominant force in world dodgeball, the world champions, European champions.
Correct.
And obviously Scotland got the better of them in the home nations, but on paper you'd say England are the favourites
to win, definitely. But brilliant hit there on player who is making his debut in this tournament, Rodson Angel.
Just so you're aware, England have brought 13 members of staff with them this week.
It's a popular talking point.
Yeah, they've their support staffs. It's unbelievable to have so many. Oh, straight at the knees. Get out of here.
Yeah, and as you see there, Matthew Josiah caught the rebound off Dan Ryan, which brings Robson Angel back onto the court.
5 balls all in the hands of England. They're coming forward, raining dodgeballs. Scotty.
2 hits there.
Out. Oh, there was 2. Good spot, Kelly. Nice job. Tide's turning again. This game is going to be absolutely infatuating.
Are we going to see another Scotland turnaround here? Kieran Carrington and Ted Dumbrell left on court.
Nice.
Brilliant dodge there from Ted, but couldn't get out of the way of the follow-up.
Big arms. Big throws. Oh, trotting forward. Odds against Scotland here, surely. Just so you're aware, this is a bigger game in the context of dodgeball for Scotland than it is England. Obviously, England want to be the European champions as much as anybody else, but qualification to the World Cup at Madison Square Garden, which is really going to be a platform for the sport going forward. 12,000 people, packed house, NYC. Doesn't get any bigger than that.
And if Scotland do not win this game, they will not qualify for that event. Oh, you can just see the disappointment there on Carrington's face. But he's got to get his head out of that. Just needs to go back into it.
Yeah, momentum's huge, but also just in sport, being able to be patient and accept that not everything in every play and every game is going to go your way. Like, it's not a sprint. There's a long way to go in this game, and just patience could go a long way for Scotland. They have time. Manuel says this is intense. We agree, so.
For those of you who are interested in the Northern Ireland game, we understand it's very difficult. Quite a few good matches going on here. Northern Ireland are currently up 4-2, though.
Oh. They're looking for a hit there, Scotland, on the right-hand side, but not given. 7:22 on the clock, 7:20.
About halfway through that first half.
All 6 just sitting back from Scotland. I think they're anticipating a flock of Englishmen coming at them.
Now, we've seen Scotland gain points from bringing it back from a loss. However, now they have the upper hand, so they need to show us that they can retain the lead here as well. And they currently do have the ball majority.
Scotty coming forward again. He's blocked out, so he has to retreat pretty fast. Here we go. Southpaw whipped across the court, but missing out by a metre or so. Chance for Scotland now as they attack. There's a fumble. Marching orders, out you go, sir.
And they are calling it. Dan Ryan there, just trying to check. Double check he was out. Give him an extra tap on the way out.
2v4, there's not a lot in this. Surely Scotland are going to be patient. They're going to try and accumulate as many balls as they possibly can, Kelly, and then...
They are. Scotland just need to keep their heads here a bit, Louis.
Oh, one's gone. Where's that
making some calls for an invalid. I think he might have been called out on an invalid attempt.
There's a hit. Oh, a couple of missed opportunities. Chance to have the running counter. Oh, Scotty, what was now?
No, just in front of him, just a bounce in front of him there.
Little half volley. Just some resilience in there from England.
Yeah. And the player on court now will be quite interesting to watch. He's a very agile player, so he can make some fantastic dodges here. He does have the throwing majority at the minute, but has got the arm for it, as you can see.
He's gone to the deck, and somehow now he's on the running counter. Money-making stuff.
Ryan Neal turning this around.
Huge from England.
Ted Dumbrell and Ross McGuigan need to keep this lead, to control it.
This is what championships have won on, surely.
Play the time.
Good block. Now they've got 2 balls in their hands. Surely patience here as well.
It really is. It's seeing it away. They don't have to throw. They don't have to do anything. They can block that back all day if they want.
Blocking of the highest class. Unreal. The ball luckily went to floor, didn't it?
They're calling it a hit. They're calling it a hit on number 19.
Crazy scenes because the ball's already hit the floor.
The line ref is in there. The line ref is in there saying, no, that bounce, that wasn't a hit. Definitely a hit on the first player. Ted Dumbrell is out.
But 19 should stay in because the ball bounced before the hit.
Definitely.
100%, I'm with you. This is unbelievable.
And you can see the line refs are with us as well. They are going in there, they are fighting the battle, and they're saying, no, it is 1-1. Yeah, so it's Ryan Neal versus the number 19 for Scotland, Ross McGuigan.
Mexican standoff. Here we go. Come on, if you're watching and you're online, this is going to be intriguing stuff for the next 20 minutes. All eyes. You can see how crowded this is around, and you don't see the grandstand, but it's packed watching this game.
And a yellow card. I believe that has been given to Nigel Padron, who is not actually on the court at the minute. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the team playing.
Who's your money on? Anyone streaming this, who's your money on in here? England or Scotland? It is absolutely, well, it's as tight as it can possibly be. We're just waiting. There's obviously due to the decision that was just made, there's a little bit of a pause in play, but we're just about ready to go. Kelly, who's your money on?
Oh, it's too tight to call. If I had to say, I'd probably England just have probably picked it a little bit, but Scotland can bring a turnaround here, and it would be a phenomenal turnaround.
Is that the end of the 3 minutes?
No, not the end of the end of 3 minutes. So is it one apiece, or did they get a hit there? Yeah, one apiece. So taking the draw, both teams advancing.
But that has got to be 18 there. That's his point, because 1 against 3, 1 against 4, absolutely getting bombarded left, right and centre, blocking everything, but holding on to get a point is better than losing 2.
Okay, you got a quick glimpse out of the Northern Ireland game, and what a moment. Sean Douglas making a winning catch there for that set.
So some fans coming on here for Ryan.
Yeah, very, very popular player in the dodgeball community.
Funny enough, another Neil. Another Neil. Could be family.
And yeah, really lovely guy off court as well. So it makes him well liked.
This is awesome, a popular player. Oh, the neutral zone's heating up a little bit. There's a little bit of love going on in there.
He's done that a couple of times now. When he's gone to run for that middle ball, he's almost sacrificed himself. Interesting play and quite risky. I wouldn't do it against England myself.
No. Cheryl is the sister. Thank you, Cheryl, for confirming that. You must be very proud. That was your brother's point, pretty much going solo. Oh, diving left, right, and centre from England. That draw right there, I think, in 15 minutes' time, could be pivotal to the overall result, because there's nothing in this.
No, exactly.
I mean, there's not many games that we've seen at such a low score with this time left in the first half.
No, I think the points here, regardless of who wins it, Scotland or England, the points are going to be very close. Scotland need to be looking.
Oh, raining down pain from Wylaw. Suffer that, he says, with an absolute rocket of a right arm that just takes the Englishman out.
England players calling a block there. Scotland not happy with that, but they need to concentrate.
We still have calls for the Northern Ireland match to be shown. At the minute, we are keeping with this one. I'm afraid we will jump back to that, but apologies for any inconvenience. We will try and keep you updated. Scotty, again with the ball in hand, absolutely thriving under this pressure. Oh, counter, running counter, Wylock drops to the floor.
So again, Scotland have taken the lead in this game.
Yeah, as we've known already, there's a long way to go, but no, if they could even just win this one, get back to 5-all Scotland at half-time, Wylock leaves us with an absolute belter.
That's what they would want to be doing.
A ripper of a second half.
Online. No, they need to be going into this half-time. Equal on points would make the next half a lot easier for Scotland. If not, you're looking at catch-up starting to
Oh, wow. There you go, running counter. He's got to get a hit, but he doesn't. Now he's chasing back so hard.
He's got the majority, though, Henry Skinner. And he gets a hit. Now he needs to get out of the way.
Oh, huge.
Didn't get out of the way.
That's huge on the running counter coming forward.
Harrison finishing it off.
Skinner with an absolute ripper there, but unfortunately on the counter has to get out the way, but he takes one on the chin. That's huge. Like, that comes back to the draw in the previous one, when Neil did such a great job being able to keep England 2 in front, and then to steal the next one is a 4-point game.
An update on court 1 for you. Northern Ireland are still heavily in the lead, 12-2 against the Czech Republic.
12-2. Looks like they are going, as it stands, they're sealing their way to the World Cup.
They are, yeah.
That's that's a good weekend's work for Northern Ireland, surely. It's quite well coming forward, but Scotland, if the World Cup didn't have Scotland, that would be a very, very sad story, but...
It really would, especially when, you know, it's unlucky for these teams here that they've ended up in this situation, but Northern Ireland put on that brilliant display yesterday on court 2 against Scotland to put them in this position.
Yeah, it wasn't like they won by 1 or 2, they won by 6, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Incredible performance from Northern Ireland yesterday, so very much deserved in the position. Scotland now, they need to go out and prove why they're the home nation's champions here, how they beat England, and repeat it if they want to secure that place. And it'd be lovely to have all of them there, wouldn't it?
It would be great to have all the home nations at the World Cup. Oh, one goes. Hang on.
These boys need to calm it down here. You can see the referee both hands up, and if
what's going on?
Not quite sure. I can't quite see the fingers there. What they're calling it.
Well, Scotland have taken the game, so I have no idea.
England have.
Sorry, Scotland have taken the game. We're back to 2. So something's jumped in here.
It was 5-3 before. They'd given 2 points to both teams, though. It was 5-3 to England, and now it's 7-5.
No, it's 7-3 because it was the draw. They were 2 up, and then there was a draw, so they stayed 2, and then they won the last game. So they were 4 to the good. So Scotland, if anyone online can actually fill us in there, because I've absolutely missed a trick on what's been seen. So it's half-time. Scotland took the last game, but I'm really unsure why, and England are furious with the decision regardless. So, sorry, it can't be more help than that, but when you see 4 or 5 players still standing on the court, tension.
On this North.
Oh, there you go. We went back to Northern Ireland for a split second. Apologies that it wasn't for longer. For this, there's going to be a rallying cry somewhere. I have a feeling that there's going to be a rallying cry from Scotty in here somewhere, the Scottish captain, trying to fire up his boys before.
That's what you need to do. Get the motivation there. Players who are pumped up tend to play a lot better.
I agree, you have to have that intensity, and at the same time, I think being able to feel that intensity but still think slow under pressure and have a relaxed, cool head could be the difference. It's starting to really get...
And it's something we see England do really well. They can utilise that energy and that power and attack the team, but there's always somebody on court who can just rein it back in. And that's why it's important to remember it as a team game, that there has to be somebody else there pulling it back.
Yes. So in the previous game, you guys are typing, and you are completely right. Scotland apparently had 1 more left on court, but England's frustrations were they thought they were level, so it should have been a draw anyway. So 8-4, there you go, finally.
Referee just confirming that for us. Okay, so we've just come over to the Northern Ireland Czech Republic game here. Northern Ireland having a fantastic start to their game. I can tell you that it is 18-2 currently to the Northern Irish Knights.
So Scotland need a big big start in this second half if they want to go through to the semis, but also qualify for the World Cup. England already qualified. They are at Madison Square Garden almost this time next year, but Scotland aren't. They haven't qualified, and this is why this game, again, is so important to them. Not only to be European champions, but to qualify for what would be the poster event for this sport moving forward, for not only next year, but potentially the years to come. Oh, dummy, throwing a few dummies, throwing the ball back.
Just putting England on their toes there. Trying to stop them attacking straight away.
No scalps as of yet. Oh, nice running counter. There's one gone, but then it's bounced straight back. Oh, it's pandemonium in there.
A lot of hits here.
It's absolutely nuts.
Not how Scotland wanted to start this second half.
You think they want to bring a little bit of calm to the situation, hey?
I think they need to find a balance. I think they need a bit more energy, but also I think they need to really focus on where their targets are. That throw that we just saw was really synchronised, really together, which is what we need to be seeing from Scotland here if they want to take the win.
Here you go, here's a chance. Oh, that's a huge hit.
Levelled again, Scotty Whitelaw and Ted Dumbrell on court, but Scotty gets the catch. No, they're saying no.
Very, very fair. I love that about this game. Sportsmanship is at an all-time high. Right, 2v2. Who's your money on, Kelly? What's going down here?
You got two very big players for England in there, but I think Scotland could have this if they use their counters effectively.
That's a great dodge. Now they're on the counter. Oh, in the face.
One we run again now. So Scotty Whitelaw didn't quite get out of the way of that ball. Just caught him on the back heel. You've now got Alex Harrison versus Ted Dumbrell.
This is huge pressure. Absolutely huge pressure because...
Okay, now Alex Harrison has the majority. Ted Dumbrell needs to be smart about what he's doing here.
Okay, he's struggling. I can't deal with the stress.
Can't deal with the stress. Tense games of dodgeball, they just get me.
Oh, great dodge. Just goes to the floor, lets it fly past the left shoulder. Very, very good eye from the Scot. But surely the English here are in charge. Oh, again, that's a missed opportunity. He needs to get a ball in his hand very, very quick. Advantage still with England as they have 4 of the 5 balls. Scotland need to try and at least get more balls on their side because, oh, block.
Block, no
he comes coming forward, needs a hit. Desperate for a hit. That's another one wasted. Can't keep wasting these balls, the English, because...
No, I think he's trying to get rid of it.
Oh, off the shoulder, surely!
Oh!
Or was it blocked, but on the running counter?
No, blocked first. I have to say, I think Scotland could have made more use. Oh, here you go, nice replay for us. Harrison blocked over his head and catches the Scot on his feet. I really feel like Scotland could have made more use of that running counter then. When the England player was tracking back and didn't have a ball to protect him, gone sprinted up the court as fast as you can.
Take your opportunity.
Exactly.
Whoa.
This game is about the explosive speed and the attack, and I just don't think that was used there.
What does Scotland do here? I mean, they're 6 behind, they've got 11 minutes. There's probably enough. There's 3 games left in this game. Agreed?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get, if Scotland make quick work of it, you've got at least 3 because the game's a maximum at 3 minutes long, so you're probably going to get 4 in here, actually, if not a couple more.
You're going to get 4.
They could win it, but Scotland would have to win every single game now.
It's panic stations.
It is, yeah.
Which is a problem because they're going to get pretty frantic. So they
need to keep calm. They need to keep calm. They need to pick sensible targets.
When you get frantic,
and think about, well, your judgment's clouded.
Yeah, decision making goes astray, huh?
They need to pick their targets sensibly here to make sure they're getting out these strong players, but also not putting those players in a position that if a catch is made, they're straight back on court. Not that there's many weak players on either of these teams, though, to be honest.
No, they're absolute units. Oh, good block. Running counter? No, probably not this time. Oh, there's one. Is that one? Yeah, get out of here. Oh, that's unbelievable. Stands him up, takes one in the face. Out you go. That's a missed opportunity because the Scot there had a real good shot.
Is giving a yellow card to Brett Koenig, I believe, for dangerous play, very close contact. there in the
So that was actually quite wise play from the Scottish player, because he just come and stood in his face and said, hit me.
Didn't really give him a choice, yeah.
Come at me.
Oh, look at that dodge by Ryan Neal there. Yeah. I mean, I suppose the argument there would be that, yes, the Scottish player put him in that position, but equally, he's a very tall bloke. You could have put that anywhere on him, and he didn't have a way of defending himself.
To be honest, if I was in the situation that he was in, probably would have thrown it at his head as well. just saying. For anyone wanting to know when the World Cup is, I think it's the 2nd and 3rd of August next year. It was that weekend, as the talk's coming through.
Okay, so Scotland ahead here.
It's pretty competitive, eh?
Very competitive. It's very tense.
Oh, levitating. Just hanging in the air, then he will go underneath the feet. Here we go, Scotland. This is your chance. England have to hold on here. 3v1. That's a good block again. It's that man again, 18, Neil, who's just been, well, in this situation, you back him, wouldn't you? You go into bat for him, because he just is phenomenal at getting out the way at balls flying at him.
And brilliant dodge there from the Scot.
Oh dear, Scotland, you really need this one.
So this is a tight one. They can play this
safe.
There's
one down. Get the ball in hand, Scotland, and get
ball.
forward.
He's good enough to deal with a single ball better than that.
That's a good block. Chance for Scotland here. V2. Only one ball with the Scots, though. 2 with the English. On the counter. Oh, money-making material.
And see that in some situations, I mean, I would be arguing that Scotland should have just played the time. However, they need to now get as many games as they can into this half. So going for that aggressive hit there. Fantastic dodging from Dan Ryan, and Rania just couldn't get out of the way of that. These replays are so helpful for us at the minute. You're getting some really close action. England, no, too late to call a timeout. Right, I went to call a timeout, not getting it.
Game on. God, can you imagine how excited this place is going to erupt if Scotland can get back to 10-8 with 6 on the clock? Poof. Put your seatbelts on.
And England are going to have the 5 balls here, though. Scotland did have a false start, so Matthew Desire putting some great pressure on there.
Oh, balls flying everywhere. No one's gone.
No hits, no hits.
That's pretty good for Scotland. Now they have a chance to have it. Oh, they're
Not
just standing
England,
each other off. Just
would have wanted, though, with a 5-ball attack. You know, you need at least 1 hit, preferably 2 with 5 balls.
Second chance, 3 going for. There's a catch. Get out of there, say Scotland. England right on the back foot. Oh, standoff in the neutral zone goes the Scottish way. Everything's starting to go the way of the Scots now. They're starting to get every 50-50 battle. Decisions are starting to go their way, and the tide's starting to turn.
But what they've done here is brilliant. They've just gone, right, OK, we've just had a great 30 seconds there. Now let's calm down.
Yeah, they need to
and keep our heads.
Just focus on staying calm, because now England, well, Scotland were having all of the pressure, having to soak it all in, but now it's starting to turn, and it's England now who are starting to feel the pressure. But that's a great block on the right-hand side, but there's a second chance, and he's out. You got to go, sir. Out you go. Marching orders. Time to get out of here.
OK, 3-on-1 now. Scotland doing a brilliant turnaround here. Like you said, they could be taking this with 2 games left, and
this is
they can
so
get this
big.
to 8-10. They've got a chance again.
In the context of the game, this next 10 seconds or so is huge. Drops 1 ball. That's very good work from the Englishman. 5. Now Scotland are just having to sit back a little bit and absorb the pressure, but they've got 2 balls already. 3 balls, sorry. 2 balls for the English.
Question here, how the yellows work now. The yellow cards now are 5
off the
minutes.
bat.
There you go, that's another 2 points to Scotland, 10-8 to Scotland. Sorry, yes, so the yellow cards, it is a 5 minutes in the, what we like to term sin bin. After the 5 minutes is up, they can return to the outbox if a game is in play, and then if a player makes a catch, they return to court. However, if it's a new game when the 5 minutes, they can line up as normal with their team, which looks... No, timeout has been called now, which is interesting with the yellow card. If that happens at the end of the second half, it will carry into the players' next game.
England v Scotland. Two fierce rivals of the dodgeball game, head-to-head, toe-to-toe in the European Championship quarter-final. Both teams, to be honest, expected to make a final. They expected this to be the final. But again, I can't, and it's chance, it's World Cup qualification for Scotland. That's huge for them in the context of the progression of the sport going forward, attracting new players.
Exactly.
Everything, like culturally, it's a huge thing for them.
But they are certainly putting up a fight for that spot here. England were ahead significantly, 2 games going into the second half, and Scotland brought it back. Just got to make up this one game now.
This one surely is massive. If Scotland can win here, bring it back to 10s, everything is going to be in their favour. The crowd, the momentum, everything going forward.
Great start for them here. England false started, so Dan Ryan there putting the pressure on. Waiting for the signal that our other balls are back so we can go. Let me know, he's saying. The Northern Ireland game at the moment is 22 to Northern Ireland, 4 to the Czech Republic. The Northern Ireland men are putting on a phenomenal game here. They're really controlling it and making sure that they have that position in the World Cup.
Yeah, if England win this, currently they're in Northern Ireland, but we stay with this game because, as we hope you can understand at home, this one is the one that carries so much more. It's so close. And we're at a really epic point. Northern Ireland have got it in the bag pretty much over there in the quarter-final. Scotland have just taken the after game. Who is this?
They've just levelled that. They've just levelled it. You can see Captain Scotty Whitelaw bigging the crowd up there. This is such an atmosphere. I cannot believe they are level. It is a repeat of home nations all over again. 24-4 now to Northern Ireland.
Absolute flames here, Scotty Whitelaw.
Great pressure on there by Henry Skinner.
This is huge. We've got time for 2 more, surely. We've got 2 more games, so whoever wins this could go to overtime, huh?
Oh, I can't deal with overtime. I'm terrible.
You're going to be all right.
I'm not sure about that. Just you wait until you're sat with me in a final, then it all goes on. I think I know so many of these players on this court as well that I know what both teams are capable of here, and it really at the minute could go either way. Scotland have stepped up, they have found their form, and I just can't call it now.
Oh, one goes.
Oh, what a quick send back there.
Oh, 2 gone. This is going in England's favour for sure. But they get one back on 5. 5 is see you later, alligator. He's gone. So you've got 5 left against the 4 Scots, but they're just having a little chat. They need to slow it down, I think, England. England have lost 3 in a row.
Amazing dodging there by Scotty Whitelaw.
Big sporting occasion. Big pressure calls for big-time players. Who's got it in the locker? Who can dig deep enough to pull their country through in this game of dodgeball? If you haven't tuned into dodgeball before and this is the first time, you are having an absolute treat because this is phenomenal. Athleticism, speed, agility, anything you want to throw at it, they've got it. Power. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Oh, off the knees, but
there
no
you go, Scotland
luck this time.
Scotty
Whitelaw is hand up.
But Scotland bring it back.
And there's a block on the counter. Oh, wide and high.
And I believe, was that blocked into Robson Angel? I didn't quite catch that, but the Scots have managed to level it.
Oh, wow. Get back, Scotland. England are coming. England again on the running counter. Misses by the right foot. Absolute pandemonium here as England and Scotland both missing opportunities. That's a great block from 18.
It was, yeah.
High to the left shoulder. Perfect opportunity.
Nice
They've got
and
3.
away from his teammates there. No risk there.
Scotland with 2 left. Surely the favourites, but there's 3 balls on the Scottish side. There's an absolute break, but now they're down to 1. Time to
two balls at that range. That's so tough.
England in a pretty good spot here. They're just planning their attack. There's 2 balls for the Scots, so interesting to see how he's going to counter here, but he's got everything against him here. Oh, finally.
And England have just taken that game again. They're back into their stride. They've made their lead again. Scotland putting those balls back in the middle as quickly as possible at the minute. Replay here of that final hit. Just, the balls were so well placed there from England. Brilliant throw.
Scotland have been pretty phenomenal in the second half, but if they win this one, it's going to overtime for sure. There's absolutely no way if they win this one, we are in overtime. Can you explain the rules of overtime to to our listeners, please, Kelly.
I can try. I might get interrupted by excitement. Yeah, so the rules of overtime. The same players remain on court. And then it is 1 minute, I believe so. 1 minute.
Hit first.
Hit. That's sudden death.
Oh, there's a catch. Scotty is out of here. That's a big player for Scotland that has to leave the court right now.
If the players are level in overtime, it goes to sudden death, and then next hit wins.
Surely 6v4. This is almost game over, but that's a great dodge at the top left, and there's a running counter, but they've missed. They've got to take their chances here, Scotland, because time is running out. They are under immense pressure here.
They need to dig deep here if they want this win. They are they're 2 players down at the minute. Only 2 players. I mean, a catch would change that.
Oh, wide of the mark. Surely one off the shoulder, but there's a block and there's a counter, but no one's hit. So there's 4 left.
Catch. We said they needed a catch, and they got one.
Got one back at 140.
But 1 hit. No, teams are level again.
The fans around the side are going absolutely mental. As there's another hit, 9 is gone.
Scotland in the lead again. Can they level this?
England are starting to panic. Backs against the wall stuff here for Scotland. They are just digging so deep. There's possibly a ricochet, but did it bounce beforehand? Nobody knows. There's 2 out there, though, for Scotland. And there's a missed opportunity, and he's hit on the counter. That's a big play. 4 down. The game has absolutely swung here. And Scotland are down to 1. Where has that come from? Sorry, down to 2. Where has that come from? Unbelievable scenes.
That was, 2 hits on the counter there, and one of them, I believe, ricocheted into another player. Need some hits here, but too low to get the hit on the counter. No hits from the counters.
47 seconds left. They can't afford a draw here, Scotland. They have to
have to win it. If it's a draw, it's not good enough.
It's game over, surely, for them. They need something crazy to happen there.
Angel getting the catch. It's all down to Ted Dumbrell. 6 on 1.
Phenomenal play.
I hope the Scot can pull something out, but at the minute it is England. Get those balls back in the middle, but even then there is less than 30 seconds on the clock. That will be a 30-second set played now. So that's it, I think.
Miracles, but what?
I do believe. I mean, the best this is going to end up now, I believe, is 14-12 England. I think England have done it, but Scotland haven't lost hope yet.
Yeah, that's the game over, I think, on court 1, Northern Ireland, still their place. Oh, face shot, suffer that. Game over, 25 seconds. Scotland have been phenomenal in the second half, but fortunately it's England who really have just upped their game within the last 2 games to, last 2 sets, sorry, to take this 14-10.
Although 2 hits there.
Still a long way back.
Scotland need to produce a miracle here. And that's it. I mean, that will go 14-12 to Scotland. An admirable final score, but not what the men wanted. There is no World Cup for them.
It's devastating